Hello and welcome to From Legacy IT to Agile IT using high performance low code. Today's webinar is sponsored by OutSystems and produced by Actual Tech Media. My name is Keith Ward. I'm from Actual Tech Media, and I'm excited to be your host for this special event. Now, before we get to today's great content, we've got some housekeeping items that'll help you get the most out of this session. First off, we want this to be an informative event for you. So we encourage any questions in the question box in our webinar control panel. Not only will we have team members responding to questions during the live event, we'll also have a dedicated Q&A at the end of the presentation where we'll discuss in greater detail some of the top questions that you ask. Now, that Q&A panel is also the place to let us know about any technical issues you might be experiencing. A browser refresh will fix most audio, video, and slide advancement issues. But if that doesn't work, let us know in the Q&A and we'll provide further technical assistance. Secondly, the handout section of your webinar control panel has a number of valuable resources. I'd especially like to call your attention today to the Guide to Getting Started with OutSystems, the link to the Gorilla Guide Book Club, where you can get access to Actual Tech Media's printed resources on technology topics, and a link to the ATM Events Center, which has our calendar of upcoming events. Now, I encourage you to access those resources now and share them with your friends and colleagues. And remember, sharing is caring. Okay, at the end of this webinar, we'll be awarding a $250 Amazon gift card to one registrant. Now, you must be in attendance during the live event to qualify for the prize. The official terms and conditions of today's prize drawing can be found in the handout section also. Scroll to the bottom and you'll find the prize terms and conditions link there. Finally, one of the best benefits of this event is the opportunity to ask a question, as you've already heard. Now, to help encourage those questions, we have a special additional prize for you. That's another Amazon gift card, this one for $50 for the best question we get today. At the end of the event, we'll look at all the questions, pick out the very best one, and contact that prize winner. And with that, now we'll get to the right slide, and we'll get to today's outstanding content. It's my pleasure to introduce you to our presenters, Peter Winkelmans, Head of Enterprise Architects for Carrefour, and Nuno Borges, Director, Analyst and Customer Research for OutSystems, who will be handling the Q&A session. So Peter, the floor is yours. Take it away.
I'm going to explain a little bit what we are doing within Carrefour with OutSystems. First question, who is Carrefour? A little bit explanation. We are a big retailer. We have a market share in Belgium of 18%. We are about 800 stores. Worldwide, we are about 13,000 stores. Just an idea. More interesting for you is from a technology perspective. We are about 100% in the cloud, fully in Google Cloud. We are about 2,200, 300 applications. We are sitting on a 9 terabyte big data lake in Google. So this way you have a little bit an idea. We want to, being a digital company, we want to go to a kind of Phoenix. Of course, as you can see, we have a whole legacy. So we are transforming ourselves more from a whale to a Phoenix. We are definitely not a scale up. We are definitely not a small company. We have a huge legacy. So it's not an easy transformation that we want to achieve. From an OutSystem perspective, what is our idea? In the past, 2 years ago, they asked me, Peter, can you take a look at the IT? What should we do? How should we enhance ourselves? So I started with an interviewing all our board members, all our DIRCOM members to ask, where do you expect we should be in 2025? What are the pain points of IT? Where do you want to go to? And all that was a 360 view on what is IT. And that was the basic for building a complete transformation roadmap. Where do we want to go to? The outcome, were 23 pain points. We talked about the value delivery. We talked about the business relationship, the supporting contact with human resources, with legal department. We talked about operations, people, all that kind of things. Yeah. And we kind of said that those 23 pain points, we can bring them together to, we have to do things faster. Yeah. We have to do things cheaper. We have to do things better. Yeah. And on top of that, we have to build again the trust with the business. Yeah? And the question is, how do we going to do this? Yeah? Where are we going to find the people to realize all this? Yeah. So this is the basic for what we want to do. And we said, okay, we cannot continue as we are doing it for years. Yeah. Every year we have to do more with less. So we have to think out of the box. We have to rethink everything and do it completely different. Yeah. That is where we came out with a program called Gear Up. Yeah. And like I said, Gear Up, it's our transformation programs. We have two views. Yeah, we have the view to the business, yeah, where we want to bring value to the business in value streams, going from our port strategic to portfolio into the requirements to deploy, into detect to correct, and in the middle, request to fulfill. We always build something, we throw it over the wall to the engineerings, and then it's in the run. Yeah, that is where we want to enhance our processes, our way of working, and bringing value. Yeah, value to the business. A complete other thing, it's the same project, but from an IT perspective. What do we want to do? At the middle, you see again that we want to have a lot of projects where we want to adapt the processes, making those processes work to deliver value. And at the bottom, that are really the IT projects. What are the IT things we want to enhance, like automated pipelines, automated testing, set up a DTAP environment, development, test, acceptation, production environment. Yeah, all that to transform IT. Yeah, to prepare ourselves for 2 years, a 2-year roadmap. Yeah, that after those 2 years, we can start with transforming our legacy application. So this is all first learn to step before we're going to walk or before we're going to run. Yeah, so that is our party. So how does OutSystems fits in this complete story? Yeah, is we want to go faster. Yeah? Faster means time to market. Yeah, we want to go from waterfall to an agile way of working. Yeah, we want to go with low code that is 3 times, 4 times faster. Yeah, we want to have reusability of software components. Yeah, microservices. If we can use things, we are loosely coupled. Yeah, then we don't have to invest too much money in those monoliths. Yeah. Cheaper, yeah, by moving to the cloud, we pay per use, we have fast solutions, we are thinking about build versus buy, yeah, and also there in buy, we can use a lot of OutSystems, yeah. Better, an essential part, yeah, how can we build customer centricity, practical digital solutions, applications that works on the floor, yeah, before we developed quite good applications, but practically it didn't work. Yeah, 3 years ago we yelled mobile first. That's our strategy. What we did for every new application, we delivered a device, and at the end, everybody is having 10 different devices. Yeah? I always said their pants is hanging on their knees by the devices they have to carry. Yeah? So that's the idea. Going back to one device, one application, really practical usability. Yeah. Going to the cloud, we also want to integrate it with scalability, make it resilience. Yeah. Application monitoring, monitoring our applications was also one of the values, detect and correct. Yeah. In the past, we detect nothing and we correct nothing because we were too late. People are already calling us before our monitoring did something. Yeah. The other big topic is trust. By going to an agile way to have better collaboration, we in close groups working together, we are building up a trustful advisory again with the business. Yeah? By setting up enterprise architects, domain architects who really understand the practical things within the business, yeah, and manage our portfolio, we are building again some trust. We see it works. We have a lot of more trust than in the beginning. Yeah. And the other, where do we going to find people? Over there, we also see with OutSystems, yeah, we have a lot of people in-house in shadow IT. Yeah. By bringing them onboarding on this platform, they can very quickly run. Yeah. In the past, they already did something to make brilliant applications with Excel sheets and with ODBC and with accesses. So, but it was on control. Now bringing them on an OutSystem platform, we can see what we built. We have a visibility on it. We can see how much people it's using. So at the end, we already have a bunch of people. We just integrate them. We're starting with citizen development. So also the way you train people, the way to coach people without systems, it's much faster than the traditional way. So these are all the advantages that we detected on the road without systems. Yeah. Complete from an architectural landscape. Where does that low code fit in our story? Yeah. Our vision, like we said, we have a digital differentiator, 6 differentiators. The first thing was lay down the foundation for our digital operation, yeah, meaning centralize your data, centralize your master data. We want to have everything in real time. Yeah, that's something we didn't in the past. Everything was distributed. Bring everything back, yeah, on a central place. Yeah, going to pub-sub events. Yeah, real time. That's what we in the past. What we did in the past were at 8 o'clock, we did that job, at 9 o'clock, at 10, we did that job. And if one of those things crashes, yeah, the complete flow was gone. So again, pub-sub, real data bringing together. Yeah. Another topic is, like I said, enabling people with practical digital solutions. Yeah, we build solutions, but they were not practical. So we have to do this. We will bring to better customer centricity is the key. Yeah. How to make stores consume. All our stores are franchises, yeah, and they buy our products. Yeah, so we have to communicate, be more commercial. Yeah, everything that we build should go to the stores. Yeah, and at least 70 at 80% of the stores should buy it, because if they don't buy it, it make our landscape worse. It makes it bigger. Yeah, every new application we'll build, yeah, should replace 3 or 4. Yeah. Other applications, yeah, that we can bring that number of technology back to an acceptable level. We have too much technology, so you miss your people, you don't have the people, you don't have the experience. So bring it back to a certain technologies, onboard people, make them just be the experts in those platforms. Yeah. Multi-channel, yeah, we want to have seamless integration between mobile apps, websites, and what we have in the stores, yeah, that people can choose products, put it in their virtual caddy, and then go to the stores, swipe with their cell phone, yeah, all that paying, yeah, delivering, it's all conceptual, the same APIs, the same functionality, yeah. Enabling digital market is another. We are very hard working on all those data we have collected. So we want to promote like Coca-Cola and other things, but at the same time, we want to reuse it in our warehouses. Yeah. If you promote Coca-Cola, then you know that you're going to have ordering more Coca-Cola. Yeah. And at the same time, you have to be sure that you put it in the front and not far away in the warehouse, because otherwise, yeah, you have no performance gain. So, yeah. A last essential topic is also security. We want to bring security back. In the past, we try our castle to protect with 7 walls. Yeah. We bring it back with a zero trust and with flexible way for anywhere, anytime. That is our 6 orientals. Yeah. How do we see it on a layer design? Yeah. What you see is we bring our data back on a master data, transactional data. On top of it, we are building real API layers. Yeah. On top of the back office, we're also building data inside layers with AI, ML, reporting capabilities, and there, that layer of APIs we're building. So everything what we build with OutSystems is oriented to our customers, and we have 4 types of customers: headquarters, suppliers, the store, and our customers. We want to make practical solutions, yeah, and we want clearly integrate with SAP and other applications, yeah. So by putting APIs in between, yeah, our front developers doesn't have to be a specialist in SAP, yeah, SAP Finance or SAP Retail, yeah. We make it more clear, yeah. We make it more reusable, yeah. Also in those applications where we can integrate our AI model, yeah. That's the first step. That's what we're already doing. The next step, what we also want to do is also reuse those OutSystems also in the back office between the layer of the data, our back offices, and the front applications. Yeah, that's the next step. We only use it today really to our end customers, where they're using it on mobile devices, but now we're also going to that middle layer. Yeah. Another very interesting thing that we are doing is technology-wise. Yeah, we said, okay, on an infrastructure level, we want to go from physical servers to virtual to container to serverless. Yeah, no physical servers anymore. We want really build something, throw it to Google, throw it to OutSystem, and said, run it. Yeah, so we also want to change from a typical change and run to a really DevOps organization. Yeah, that's a big culture change in this thing. Yeah, because in the past you have your developers, they build something, they throw it out the wall. Yeah, in the weekend and all those support by engineering. By putting this away, yeah, it's now also a different culture that people, the developers, get out of their bed when something goes wrong in the weekend. So they have to tackle. So there they be more aware of what you're building. Yeah. Application level, the idea is we're going to away from monoliths to microservices. Yeah, microservices loosely coupled. Yeah, very easy to upgrade, very easy to replace. Yeah. In that case, we also want to go from the traditional enterprise bus to a service-oriented architecture. Yeah. If you at the end you look at it, we are creating whatever we do on a mobile app, or you do it on a website, or you do it on a store. Yeah, we put some things in a caddy and we will deliver a ticket. Everything on a ticket, you find back your information for your finance, you find back your loyalty integration, you find all your articles that with price using it, you can modify your stock on it. So based on that, you send from the front a ticket to the back office, and based on that subscription, you can do everything. That's where we are. That also make in place that we can stop scheduling, because in the past we schedule everything and going to real time. That's an essential topic. And then the last one is the security level. We are really bringing everything behind the kind of security level so that people can really work as we work all from with Google. No longer those VPNs, no longer all those access mode. And at the end, there is no difference between users who walk in our stores with their cell phone and scan products or our point of sales. The only difference today is it's all the same APIs, but below the scene, one is going to over the internet, the other is going to our backbone network. So at the end, if we can bring security back to in the applications, then we can use the internet everywhere. Yeah? So then we don't have all those backbones anymore needed. You can just do the interface. Yeah. At the end, with microservice, it's the same concept. Yeah. So another really topic about OutSystems is build and buy. Yeah. What we did in the previous year, we have a new solution. What do? We opened Magic Quadrant of Gartner. We look at the top price most, and we said, okay, we're going to do an RFP of one of those projects, and of those suppliers products. Yeah. It's always the same. They are also the most expensive. Yeah? Why they are the most expensive? Because they have a lot of functionalities. Yeah, of course. And we see it also when we're looking at new software for the warehouses. Yeah, you can see that it also always include a half ERP package. It also includes an e-commerce site. But at the end, that are functionalities that we don't need. Yeah, we just want a warehouse management. So why do we want to buy in the past? Because it was time to market. Yeah, we want to get it very quick, very productive. Now we see if we build it in OutSystems, we see that at the same time expectation, we can create that minimal vital product. Yeah, at the same time. And if we want to be a differentiator for our concurrents, yeah, then we don't have to buy the same tooling. We have to differentiate ourselves. So that's where more and more, we want to go for build. Yeah, because then we are a differentiator, and at the end we have the same time to market and have the same cost. Yeah, and we don't have a lot of functionalities in double. Yeah, essentially also in this is the concept that we have about data model. Yeah, we want to integrate applications with our business logic that generates data. Those generate data will go back to in our historical data, and that data in a data lake with AI, ML, we're going to reuse in our current application, making decisions, promote something, predict outcomes, because that's what we want to know. It's essentially, we want to know what you're going to buy tomorrow in our stores, So lost sales, that's essential, How can we predict? We in Carrefour, we have 1.2 million of products, and we have just a number of square meters in the store. So we have to get the right product at the right place. So this is essential, If we buy products, they can have a lot of functionality, but what they never have is the use of our data. That's never included. So that's the major topic also here, that we can use that AI in those products. That's essentially why we are more and more saying we have to build it instead of buying. How did we start it with OutSystems? So this was the initial screen. we proposed, I bring to the topics, and everybody said, yes, Peter, nice slide, but this is marketing. Yeah, of course, it's 10 to 30%, but is it really like this? So the next idea was, yeah, okay, let's try it, let's do it. So what we did, we took out one traditional application that fulfill all our needs, yeah, and integration with SAP, a mobile app with user experience, a certain complexity, a customer satisfaction, yeah, and it was a legacy application. We have to do an upgrade because it was on the previous version of PHP. It was not up to date with Angular, so we have to rebuild it. So we asked the company, what is going to cost to upgrade this thing, yeah, and they came back with us to with about 250 man days, yeah? And we asked another company and said, oh, if we're going to build this in out systems from scratch, what is it going to cost us then? And they came back with 107. Again, my management said, yes, Peter, they both exaggerate. Probably it's somewhere in the half. Yeah. At the end, we did it. We did it as a proof of concept. And at the end, we built it in 75 days. Yeah. We built together with the business. So there was a trust, there was a business satisfaction. Yeah. We built a much more customer centricity than before. So it was a major change that we realized. So based on that, we said, okay, let's do the other stuff. Let's see which other applications we can do to build out our first case with user excellence, build our own excellence centers, and let's put an agenda for the complete year. So we filled my order book because management said, yes, what are you going to do with it? So I replaced all the potential applications. Yeah, we selected it in. So we got a total of 739 days of development. So that was a complete concept. Yeah. We also started with an extra partner. Yeah, because for us, it's essentially that we said, okay, I can send out people to school to learn it, to educate it. But then again, I have a little problem because we're just starting with, and I want to have people with the experience. So we said, okay, let's onboard a company. They're going to develop it. We put some developer from our side, and on the road, we staff it. They will be trained. Yeah. So that's the way where we are building our excellence sensors, because I don't want to make stupid mistakes that you normally do if you have just followed the courses, but you have no experience. Yeah. That's the way we want to go. Yeah. Better on that, we really see that our systems is much faster. If you deliver your applications much faster, then you also have a gain with it. The game will start much faster. So at the end, our platform was very more predictable and have a lot of benefits compared to what we did in high code. Yeah. So all together, yeah. What do we do? Why it's a success within Carrefour? Yeah, that is because we integrated the low-code initiative not only as a project, not only said we're going to develop one, so we integrated in our complete strategy. Yeah, like we said, the first thing was bringing everything to the cloud. The next step is transforming our applications. Yeah, we did our box, we see that it works. So the next step is that is going transform all those applications in that directions. Yeah. We start with particular use case, very particular. We only choose applications where we are sure that we have 100% success rate. Yeah, that we have the support of the business. They see the success. Yeah, we did a special effort on UI UX. We really want specialized people on that. That what we deliver is really customer centricity. Yeah, and lean. Yeah. Where is the biggest problem that we have? That's the resistance of change. Yeah, you go to your developer, you said we have a new development platform. Yeah, and at the end, yeah, but this is low code. That's not traditional. That's not programming. A lot of resistance. Yeah, but when you start with a separated team, they see it going. They see the speed that we have. They see what we delivered. Yeah, what quality of products we delivered. Yeah, so they become interesting, and now more and more developers are aiming to this platform. Yeah. Another big advantage is that in our systems, you don't have just a development environment. It's also your monitoring environment, your lifecycle management. So all the tooling that otherwise, like you'll see in the beginning, we have to set up automated testing. You have to set up your development, test acceptation. All those things are included. So otherwise, we should normally do a complete other project. Yeah. So this is how we did it. This is why it was a success. This is the main reason, yeah. And this is a success story, what we are doing within Carrefour. Voilà. Thank you. Are there questions?
Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you very much for this, very good presentation showing all of the strategy that took to the adoption of low code and the adoption of the OutSystems platform, and then the solutions that Carrefour has already developed and continues to develop. So let's wait for a couple of questions to come in. Let us see here. One of the questions that just came in, you mentioned in one slide OutSystems being used in 2 areas. One was phase 2. Do you think that is important that a low-code platform is used for more than one particular use case?
No, the idea or the easiest way to start with OutSystems is at the edge, replacing some simple tools where you give customer-centric solutions, where you have a certain workflow or those kind of things that you're going to automate, on top of a legacy or replacement of a legacy application. That's traditionally where you can bring direct visibility to your end users, to your business. So it starts there, because first you have to convince them that it's the same as a high code. There is no difference, because I will think, it's not that, or there will be limits on those language. So that's the first case. Gaining trust. Now let's see that it works. We start within a back office. So the same concept, can we not make easy integrations, easy there on top of the data that we already have? Starting with the integration of artificial intelligence, decision making. That's the idea. And that's the difference. We do it in 2 phases. First of one phase was really the end user. And now we're going to the next step. Again, it's the same traditional resistance of change. But is it really going to go? Is it really capable of doing that? Where are the limits? So again, it's the same story. But this time we hope it go a little bit faster.
One question that came here is exactly that. How did the Carrefour IT teams embrace low code? I think you have answered that already, saying that there was a little bit resistance. But what practical actions did you do? So
one of the major topic was we onboarded a team from an external company. We put internal, one of the top developers, with a lot of expertise. We put him in as a junior. Then he becomes a developer, a major developer, a medium developer. So then a scrum master. We let him follow the complete trajectory. That's the first step. The other step was also that we didn't put the development in the traditional silos, because what we want to do is setting up an end-to-end service, changing those silos, breaking those silos. So we aren't going to put those developers in those silos. We put those developers in the program of the Gear Up strategy. So they were a complete separated team. And the more they see, and a lot of essential, what we also did was communication. We communicate what we do. A lot of things that are positive. Mostly in IT only communicate when it goes wrong, the issues. So we make really a promotion of what we are doing. And then you see that people are getting more interest. And that's the way how you get buy-in in those developers. So it's a separate team. So more and more people are coming from the business with new ideas, initiatives, and more people are coming from development. Can we not do it in low code? Can we do that? So that's how you bring or change that culture, because all that is really changing your culture within IT.
It's good to see that OutSystems is bringing good news and not the bad news that we see in today's world. So good to see that our platform allows Carrefour to bring good news. So I think there is here a final question regarding the build versus buy, which is how important is it to Carrefour's strategy to have the ability to develop solutions instead of buying SaaS packages?
The essential is the data. We The essential for this is to predict what do we want to have in the stores. Like I said, we have 1,000,002 products. Yeah, we don't have the square meters in the store. So predicting means it's quite simple example. Is it 36 degrees outside? Yeah, people don't gonna buy hot chocolate milk. So they're going to be buying ice cream. They want to be buy Coca-Cola, fresh drinks. Yeah. If at the same time on social media, by example, they see that we have suddenly the green, the orange, blue Fantas, yeah, and we see there is a lot of interest, then we have to put it in our stores. We have to put it at the front. So that are all the things we need to predict. Yeah. And essential also in the topics, because that's also today very painful. If we order in the stores too much products, yeah, then we have a certain moment, yeah, we have to get it out because they are overdue date. So what do we do? So if we also can predict, yeah, the less losses we have. Today there is sometimes a lot of things that are just overdue date. Yeah, we have to eliminate because we order too much. We put too much in the store. So all that from a cost perspective is getting the right things on the right place at the right time, but also not too much because that's also very consuming. So more and more, that's becoming the essential. Yeah, the loss of the sales.
And the SaaS package don't provide you that ability, or they would bring other pains. So why the reason? We're understanding the business problem, what you're trying to solve, but why going for dedicated development, developing your solutions internally, then buying SaaS product? I think that was mainly the questions.
Yeah, and also if you have a model on that topic, yeah, you have that you're going to see that you're going to promote certain products, yeah, you can reuse that same model, yeah, because in your ordering, what you buy from your suppliers should be linked to that. Yeah, if you're going to promote product A, be sure that you have it in your logistics, because otherwise you cannot deliver it. So it's the same continue. If you want to have a certain lean organization, or you want to have efficiency in your warehouse, yeah, then you also have to predict where do you going to place it in your warehouse, that people can very pick it and deliver it. So it's not only in the promotion to your customers, but it's in the whole chain of what we are doing. Yeah. So we are just starting with that big data, but that's the idea. To integrate everywhere, making a decision. At the beginning, there was a lot of resistance in the store, said, yeah, but we are not sure that what you predict is correct. And now suddenly, after a certain time, we see that people just click the button and said, probably the computer will be right. So that's also a way we are going.
So Peter, once again, thank you very much. I think that the questions that are here have been answered. So thank you very much for the participation on this webinar. Back to you.
Thanks, Nuno. That was a terrific presentation on a topic that's becoming more top of mind, I think, for a lot of organizations. One of the things that stood out to me was that, as Peter mentioned, the time to market is what often separates successful companies from unsuccessful ones these days. And anything you can do to close that gap is just a big win. So we hope you enjoyed that presentation. And before we wrap up today, we have one more piece of business, and it's the Amazon gift card prize drawing. So if you want to do a little drum roll in your head, go ahead and do that now. And the winner of the $250 Amazon gift card is Alex Dominguez from California. Congratulations, Alex. We'll be in touch soon to get you your card. And with that, on behalf of the Actual Tech Media team, I want to thank OutSystems for making this event possible. And thanks, as always, to you for attending and for your great questions. That concludes today's event. Have a great rest of your day.